Well, to Royal News now, and concerns are building around the world for the Princess of Wales amid reports she may not appear back in public until 2025.
Yeah, Princess Catherine's last official public appearance was in December of last year before she announced her shock cancer diagnosis in March. It's believed the Princess is no longer scheduled to undertake any engagements for the rest of 2024. It comes as King Charles makes his return to public duties after the monarch's own cancer diagnosis sidelined him for 3 months. Sunrise Royal editor Rob Jobson joins us now. Good morning to you. Well, let's start with the Princess. What do you make of the latest reports?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised there's reports like this, but I think they are a bit speculative. I think that if the Princess will want to be on top form when she comes back, she will want to be looking her best as well as feeling her best. I think that we will see her before the end of the year. I don't know when, I haven't got any intel on that, but I do think we will see her before the end of the year because I just think that she's a very determined character and she'll want to be out there supporting William as soon as she's physically able to.
Yeah, this feels like a big departure from the original plan, doesn't it, Jobbo? Because we were told, sometime after Easter. I know we're technically after Easter, but it feels like a long time that we haven't seen her compared to what we were told.
It is a long time. And I think originally, of course, that was when they hadn't diagnosed the cancer. And I think this is post that. But I still think we'll see her. I mean, obviously, it depends on doctors' advice. But we've seen, haven't we, how the King has come back very active afterwards. We can only hope that Catherine does the same. And I got a feeling that I think that she won't be out of the public eye for an entire year. And there's, cross fingers that the doctors are doing their stuff.
Well, I'm happy to go with your feeling then, Jobbo. I hope it does happen that way. And moving on, let's talk about the King because, well, you have exclusive intel on whether Australia will see His Majesty this year.
I've no doubt they will. I mean, he will be at the summit in Samoa. He's prioritising Australia, I think, because he's got a great affection for Australia. He was educated there and has been on so many visits to Australia and will want to be there as King. It's the major, probably the most important Commonwealth realm in the world, and I think he'll want to do that very much so. So my understanding is, yes, he will do Samoa for the Commonwealth Summit, and before that he'll do Australia. But obviously that's still in the planning stages, and the government's got to resolve it in Australia first. But my understanding is that the doctors are advising that maybe New Zealand as well could be a step too far, and the Fiji leg of it is off the agenda as it stands. So it was going to be Fiji, New Zealand, Australia and the Commonwealth Summit, and now it looks like it's going to be just CHOGM and Australia.
Okay. Right, so any idea how far the tour will go through Australia?
Well, I think it'll be as extensive as they can arrange. I mean, I'm sure it'll take in many of the major cities, but that will be really dependent on what the Australian government want him to do. And he'll obviously have his input, but I would have thought that the major cities, will be very much on the agenda. Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, I would have thought would be on the agenda.
Oh, that's good news right across the country. You also have confirmation that His Majesty will attend other major royal events. What are they?
Well, I'm told that he will definitely be at Troop in the Colour. Whether he's on horseback or not, we'll have to wait and see. But the big stuff that's coming up with relates to the Australian side of things is the D-Day commemorations and all of that. Of course, there were servicemen serving on that event, the momentous day. He will be on there for the 5th in Portsmouth. My understanding is he'll take a jet. I don't think he's going to go by sea. And he'll be going to France as well. So big stuff, really. He's going to be out in the public eye. And let's just hope Kate will make her way back too.
I know. Good luck. I'm a bit worried about Kate. Thank you very much, Jobbo. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thanks, guys.